this is going to be an awkward video. So this is going to be about the time I lost my virginity, and we're going to make this a short story because it's really awkward and really weird. So this generation in 2017, they're having sex way earlier than we were, let's say 20 years ago, 20, 30 years ago. I remember being in high school and my friends dating, and I was still a virgin, and it was kind of like it was an embarrassing thing to be a virgin. I think that's something that these generations still portrays, because now it's like, who doesn't have sex? Who doesn't suck dick? A lot of people don't. There's still people that's my friend that's older than me who are still not having sex, that's still virgins. But I was around 16 and I was hanging out with all, if you watch my earlier videos, I have so many story times about hanging with the wrong people, being around the wrong energy. So I was hanging out with this girl who was a little faster. I don't want to call her a hoe because she was just sexually expressing herself. She was a little faster than I, and she used to dress nice. She had a nice body. Boys used to like buy her stuff. Like from my point of view, like she was it, because she was hanging out with everybody. She dressed nice. She had Jordans, all that stuff. And I wasn't that girl. I didn't really know how to dress. I just used to just put on whatever I had. I didn't really care. At that time, my mother was still buying my clothes, so I would just wear whatever she bought. I didn't really care. When I met her, I started to care about how I look and how my hair looked. So I started getting a washing sets, you know, to have your hair straight so you look pretty. So yeah, she would tell me stories about how guys like took her out to dinner and how she went out on dates and she had a boyfriend. I was like, I want a boyfriend. And at this time, I had never had sex with guys. I had kissed guys. I remember I made out with a guy for like a whole day. I cut school, went to his house, and we kissed for like 8 hours. Like, well, I think he was a virgin too. We were just like young. He was like 15, and then he walked me home, and then we ended up kissing for like another hour. We just kissed. Like, I don't even like to kiss no more, but when I was younger. So she's telling me stories about like all this stuff and how sex is feeling good. And I used to just be listening. I was like, it didn't never register that she was a hoe. When you're younger, you're more, I don't want to say dumb, naive is the word. Like you just don't know what you know now. So you do, if you knew better, you do better. But since you don't know better, you don't. So I'm listening. I'm not registering that she's a hoe. I even had a little boyfriend and we never had sex. And he kept calling her a hoe. So I was very like up and down. I'm still kind of the same body type. I didn't have like big giant double D breasts. I never have. I never had a big old giant ass and a small teeny waist with a blah blah blah. I guess a Beyonce body. But nowadays everyone has it because you could buy it. But back in the day you couldn't buy that shit. So I never really thought of myself as pretty. I didn't really care. I don't know what the fuck I was doing. Like I really wasn't paying attention to life. Like I was not into shit. I was like just trying to have fun. I was really young and naive. I just wanted to have fun. I didn't really care how I look. I didn't really think about it. I used to just brush my teeth, wash my face, put Vaseline on, and go take my rap out. Like that was my life. I used to wear my middle school sweatpants. I was like in 10th grade, 11th grade. So I was asking my friend one day, how did she get like all this big breasts and all these clothes, and just random questions about like boys and clothing and sex. And she was like, if you have sex, you get a big butt and your titties grow. I was like, that's how you do it? And I guess this is where I started I was like 16. I was a little late, I guess. I started wanting the attention from the boys. I think I always wanted the attention from the boys, but I never thought about it. This is when I started thinking about, okay, you got to make this look good so they could when they like holler at you. And I didn't think like sex. I thought like hold hands. Like back in the day, I thought sex was like making out, kissing, having a boyfriend, holding hands. Nowadays you can clearly see that's what they used to portray on TV. But now, yeah, so my party got crashed. So continue. So that's when I started to realize. So she was telling me that if you have sex, it makes your butt bigger, it makes your titties bigger. You get a boyfriend, you fall in love. It was just like, so it's like dumb stuff that like makes no sense, but now I know, so it makes sense, you know what I mean? So one day we was hanging out, like, and also hanging out with her, she took me places that I would never go by myself. Like I would never really leave the house. All my friends lived in my building, so I would play in the building. We would play tag and how to go seek in the building, or we would like hang out on our block. But she took me like blocks away. Like we went places. We used to go hang out at boys' houses and stuff like that. Not like that. Like she would go in the room. I didn't associate it with being a hoe, but now I kind of see she was sexually free. She was sexually free. So one day I remember I had like these jeans pants and I wanted to make myself look more cool, so I like, cut it up and shredded it, put pictures of like celebrities. That's how you know I was young. I put like a Leah, Destiny Child on my pants, and I was walking around with this bright pink vest that I cut into a crop top. It's in style now, but back then it was like, what are you wearing? I had bantu knots in the front of my hair and I had my head straight, looking crazy. And this boy was like, he was in the store and he was like, "You're pretty. What's your phone number?" Back in the day, you don't have a phone. You give him your house phone number. See, that's how you know I'm kind of old. So I gave him my house number. He started in my AIM, which was still the same AIM I use now. Oh no, it was different. It was "Why You Hating on Magic." And then he wrote me on AIM, and then he would call my house phone, before 9 when I could talk on the phone. And I used to go like hang out with him in the park and stuff. And then he kept trying to like have sex with me. At this point, at this age, I can see now that he really didn't like me. He just really wanted to have sex with me, maybe, or maybe he did like me, but he didn't know how to show. I don't know. He was just like really on me. And then I told him I was a virgin. He was really excited about that. And also, I was like 16. He told me he was 20, I think, but he was really like 25, 26. So he was like a grown ass man dealing with this little ass girl, which I posted on Instagram by you. Follow me on Instagram, Lexi London, 2 N's. I posted this thing when you're 14. It's like the post said, the meme says when you're 14 and you think about all those grown men you dated who are really pedophiles. Yes, bitch, because he was a pedophile. And then, all right, so one day I was like, you know what? I'm done. It was my birthday. I think I was 16 or 17 now. I don't know. But it was my birthday, and I had the house to myself. I remember I had on these boxes that my brother gave me with fishes on them because he was trying to say girls smell like fish, but I still took them because I'm dumb. And I had a shirt on. And I was like, come over. I want to lose my virginity. He got there in like 5 minutes. And then he came, and I didn't think he really was going to show up. I was like, you gotta do this so for your titties, so for your ass, so you can be cool. And then at this time, I was lying to all my friends about not being a virgin. And then like they would tell me stories about sexcapades. And I remember I said one. I made up the whole thing, and I even got the boy to go along with it. Like in high school, I made the lie that I dated a boy named Eli, which is not true. Sorry, friends, if you're watching. And he took my virginity, which he did not. I never even saw him outside of high school, to be honest. But he was a good person, so he lied for me. I'm his friend on Instagram now. He used to be really cute in high school. He's not that cute now. Sidebar, that's also a lesson. People that fly in high school, it's not the guys you kind of like when you get older. They kind of dusty. Wait till you'll see. So, I digress. Lost. So what happened? Oh, so he came over, and I remember we went to my room, and I was like, let's just do this fast. And I was like, do I have to take my boxes off? And he was like, no. Then he slipped it through the hole of the boxes, and then it went in. And I remember I was just sitting there like, this is what sex is? This is so trash. This is whack. It was like, first of all, this kind of hurts. It doesn't look like the movies when they're like, oh, I love you, okay. And then I was just like, stop. And it was like 5 minutes, and he was like, okay. I think he kept saying, I didn't force you. I was like, relax. That's how I know. That's how I should have realized this nigga's a pedophile. He's mad. Oh, but anyway, he left. And then a couple of days later, I was hanging out with another guy because I was over him. Once I had sex with him, I was like, I can never see him again. That was so awkward. So he felt like that was like weird. And then I found out I was talking to his cousin, and then he was inside the house. First of all, if you look at my video, I think I made a video about his cousin. If you look down in my old beginning story time videos. So long story short, he caught me hanging out with his cousin at his friend's house. I was not having sex with him, but he just caught me hanging out with him, and he was talking about, oh, she a hoe. She probably was lying about being a virgin. I remember that day because it's like it started beef. I remember every day I was go like, he's a faggot. He's on it now. I used to go in. Long story short, I still didn't get no big double D titties. I still don't have no big juicy doofy booty, and I'm kind of happy because I don't know what I would do with all that shit anyway. But that's how I lost my virginity. I lost it to get a booty, and I didn't even think about it. And now when I look back, I know I can't change the past, but if I could, I would try to make it more special. I would wait for like the first boyfriend I actually loved, and I wouldn't just be like, when I was younger, I would just go with the flow. So after I dated him, like a few years later, I dated another boy, and we used to just have sex. And it didn't even feel good. I just laid there and like, because when you're younger, I don't think it's about the feeling. I think it's about the connection and you just feel so happy to be next to somebody. But in reality, it should be about both. So I hope this story time helps people not lose their virginity, because like, don't waste it on someone so dumb. And I hate to say this, when you're younger, you think you're going to be in love forever, but realistically, that's not how life works, and it's not going to be like that. And I'm smiling because, like I said, I can't change it, but if I could, I fucking would. I don't regret it. I feel like I'll always remember it. And I have a daughter now, so I'm going to definitely tell her the truth. I'm not going to lie. Be truthful with your kids. I feel like so many times we lie to our kids. Like, my mother had me shook. She told me if I kiss a boy, I'll get pregnant. That's all she said about sex. Don't kiss boys, you'll get pregnant. Everything is pregnancy. She never told me about condoms, birth control. She didn't even tell me how to wipe right. I had to learn that from the doctor. Like, even when I got my period, it was just like, here's a pad. It's like, what the fuck do I do with this bloody shit? It's just like all these things. I feel like your parents don't want to talk about it because it's awkward, but it helps us. I wish I would have had the guidance. Like, my mother tells me shit now, and now I wish she's like, it disgusts me now because I'm like out there getting it. But you should have told me this when I was young. It would have disgusted me, but it would have helped me on my journey. Like, I'm taking like sex advice from a hoe. Like, left your girl out there. So this is my story time on how I lost my virginity, and I'll be doing these story times to try to do them at least once a week. And this video will be posted on both my channels, Lexi London and Brooklyn Lex. Check them out. And I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something, and I hope you're not out there making the same mistake I am right now. Well, that I did right now. Don't do it. Save it for someone that love you. And I'm not talking about love, cheat on you, get back together with somebody as well. No, I'm talking about love, commitment. And I'm pretty sure everyone has a story. If you feel comfortable, share how you lost your virginity and what time, what age. I feel like the difference of age, like right now, if you're under 25, I feel like you lost your virginity like 14 and under, or 15 and under. If you're over 25, I feel like you lost your virginity 15 and over. And if you're over like 40, I feel like you lost it like 2018. It makes me nervous because it seems like every generation is younger and younger. It's going to be like 8-year-olds losing their virginity. Well, they are losing their virginity right now. It's going to be like 2, 3. God forbid. That's disgusting. That wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Like I said, thank you for watching how I lost my virginity, and I'll see you guys next time. Please feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. If you have any questions and you don't want to accident comment, you can email me, follow me on Snapchat if you like, and on Instagram. And just remember that I'm not the same person I am on YouTube, on these places. I'm more myself, which is a clown who can be serious and who can be really, really like an asshole, like especially with memes or memes or whatever you call them shits. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me let you go because you know how I'm very long-winded. From Brooklyn, with love.